Hey guys, how's it going? It is a gorgeous day here in Kansas City. It is about mid-March and we are finally having a beautiful sunny day and I'm so thankful for it. I can't even tell you how thankful for it. I have had a work from home day today and I've been able to sit here and get so much work done. I can't even tell you how less stressed I feel. It's just been like a crazy couple of weeks at work and I am so glad about it. I've been able to sit here on my couch and have the sliding glass door open with the breeze coming in and out and have my dog go back and forth, and I just feel so zen. It's been so great. And I have the door open right now too, so you might hear my dog say hi to the neighbors outside because I can hear some people outside and she's been really like itching to go out and say hi to them, and by saying hi I mean go bark at them. But I have some really exciting stuff today. I got a package from Baker Creek. I have been looking forward to this. I think I'm seed obsessed at this time of year. I can't help myself. I'm pretty sure that I'm not the only one because I keep seeing so many people that are buying seeds and planning what they're putting in their garden right now, and I am exactly the same way. I think this is my third or fourth or fifth seed order this year. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. I'm not going to try and count because then I'm going to have to fess up to my boyfriend about how many packets of seeds that I bought, and I also don't want to do that because he'll tease me. He won't care, but he's definitely going to tease me, and I don't want to go through that. So we're going to open this today. We're going to do mail time, and I'm super excited. And can I just say that like Baker Creek has the cutest seed envelopes. Like if I back up, like can you see that, guys? Like how cute are their seed envelopes? Like they have always had these different options on here, and every time I see their envelope I see these like sweet onions on here and I'm wanting to buy them every time I see them. Now I've gotten these sugar baby watermelons and they do have really sweet little watermelons, so if you are looking to try one, this one is a good one to try. If you've never tried watermelons before, this is a good one. But I keep meaning to try this one, so, and for some reason I haven't bought it yet. I think I need to have another seed order. We'll put that on the list for another day. But we're gonna go ahead and get into this because I don't even remember what I ordered. And I was scrolling through Instagram today after I posted about how gorgeous it was. And hopefully you guys saw my Instagram and you can laugh at my fuzzy slippers that I wear around the house. And I saw some more seeds that I was wanting to order from Hudson Valley today. They have some amazing varieties and packets available if you live in a small space. They have a whole section on their website dedicated to dwarf varieties for containers and balconies and small spaces. So if you're like me and you have a small space and you don't know where to start, that is a great place to go look. And also they have amazing seed packets. They're so pretty. They have all these like different artists that go and design their seed packets. They take the story of the seed because they do pretty much exclusively heirlooms, and they have artists design their seed packets and do really pretty covers for them. So check them out. You can find them on Instagram, you can find them on Facebook. I highly recommend going and looking if you don't know where to start and you need some dwarf varieties. They have a dwarf blue corn that I was looking at today because I really want to do sweet corn. I'm gonna try and help my brother do sweet corn at his house. He has like a great big yard. I'm so jealous. He has a great big yard and he's been talking about wanting to do sweet corn for the last couple of years, so I bought him some sweet corn packets from Baker's Creek. And I was looking at him, I was like, I want to do sweet corn, but I don't know that I can do this variety in a container this year. We just have, David and I, my boyfriend, we just have too much going on this year to really commit to a plant like that, and I have too many other big plants already planned, so I'm trying to like pick and choose. But they have a dwarf variety that only gets about 36 inches tall, and it's a blue corn, and so I was already interested. And I might give it a shot and see how it goes. So let me know if you'd be interested in watching that and seeing how that grows. I've not done corn before, so if you would want to see how that turns out, then drop a comment below and give this video a like, and then let me know what you think about it. Or if you've done that kind of before, let us know what you think of it. So here we go. We're gonna see what I got. And oh yeah, I'm setting these out and I'm remembering what I got. And I'm excited. So we're just gonna go through these today. And oh yeah, one of the amazing things that I love about Baker Creek is that you always get a thank you packet from Baker Creek. And I'm gonna wait until the end and tell you what that is at the end, whatever the mystery packet is, because I always look forward to that. I think that's such a sweet thing. You get to try something new that you haven't tried before, usually, or that I usually get something that I hadn't thought of ordering. So I'm really excited. So the first couple things are things that I know that I was gonna do this year, that I was planning on, and I just hadn't got any for whatever reason. And one of them I think I'm gonna have to actually wait until the fall because I had forgot to order it in one of my other orders. The first one is a French breakfast radish. I had intended on ordering this with my prior order and I just forgot for whatever reason. I thought I had it, and then I opened up my packet and looked at my receipt and I was like, oh, doggone it, I don't have it. So I'm actually gonna probably wait until the fall to plant these because now it's starting to get a little bit warmer, and I don't know with everything else that I have coming up and planting that I'm actually gonna get these done. So I have a bunch of roots and other things planned in this packet for what I'm gonna do for September, July through September. So I think I'm just gonna stick it with those and bookmark them for later. Couple things I am gonna do right now that I'm so excited about, you guys, like I'm super thrilled. The first one is they call them ground cherries. And I think this is a regional name. I think this might depend on where you're at. We just call them gooseberries in my area. I don't know, maybe you call them ground cherries, maybe you call them something else. I've seen them called a couple of different things, so I don't know what you call them. The packet called them ground cherries, but we call them gooseberries in my area. But everywhere that I have seen this particular plant, it has been raved about, and I've not grown this before, so I'm really excited to try it. I've had gooseberries before and I like them. Usually we do like gooseberry pie or something like that, and they're really, really sweet. Kind of like a tart sweet, you know, not that they've got a little bit of a pucker to them when you eat them, so they're not like over the top sugary sweet. But they grow in these little like lantern like husks that they've got here on the packet, and I'm so excited to grow these. I saw a really good example of these growing on the Roots and Refuge channel from the garden tour that Jess had last summer, and she had some really, really pretty ones. Hers seemed to have some problems with caterpillars or some sort of pest like that, but in my area, because I grow on a deck, I don't seem to have that kind of problem because I'm up off the ground, and I don't really encounter the same kind of pests that a lot of people do with a big garden. And I think that's one of the benefits that you have if you have a balcony or just a container garden, is in a lot of cases you have fewer pests, or you just have different pests. Like I haven't ever run into tomato hornworms, and I didn't have any last year, but you know, I do run into aphids, and I battle squirrels like crazy. I can't even tell you like how destructive the squirrels are. I think I battle squirrels more than anybody else that I know. It's just horrible. And then maybe it's just my area because it's heavily wooded up here. We have deer that run through the neighborhood, but because I'm up off the ground, they don't go through, you know, my particular planters like some of my neighbors that plant on the ground. But yeah, I don't run into a lot of the same kind of problems that other people run into. Now, that's not to say that I won't, and that's not to say that they can't get to me, but I'm hopeful that these will be successful this year, and I'm excited about them. The next thing that I'm doing this year, which was me breaking the rule that I put in place for what I'm doing this summer, I'm doing a Mexican sour gherkin, which is also something I've not done before, but I also saw this on a couple of Instagram pages and on a couple other YouTube channels over the winter when I was kind of scrolling and like sad and depressed and desperate for something that was garden related. I was just watching them like garden porn, basically. Does anybody else do that, or is that like too borderline for you guys? Hopefully not. But that's the reality, is I was binging garden videos in the middle of winter when we had like 12 inches of snow day after day, and it's piled up 3 feet tall into my driveway. But so I'm gonna grow these, and the reason why I had a rule that I wasn't gonna grow something like this is because this is a vine, and I'm intending on moving this summer, and trying to move in the middle of the summer with a garden is just a logistical nightmare. If you've moved a garden before, I'm pretty sure that you can relate, especially if you're trying to move containers, and as many containers as I have, and I'm a single lady. And you know, I have my sweet boyfriend, but he's also moving his stuff, and we're moving in together, and it's just, it just seemed like overwhelming to me. So I wasn't going to do a vine, but I saw these, and they're supposed to peter out about mid-July, late July. And so I thought, you know, especially with our heat here in Kansas City, how humid it is and how terribly hot it gets, they're gonna be struggling at that point to have a plant that big in a container. So I thought this would be something that would be fun. I get it started really early, hopefully get it a jump start. I'm gonna try and get it a jump start maybe inside. Try and start it as a start about a week before last frost date, so then that way it has at least a little bit of time to germinate and be at least an inch or so tall before the time it goes out in the ground, rather than just starting from seed. But I'm not sure that that's going to work, so I'm going to play with it a little bit, start some inside, and then if it doesn't come up, then just go ahead and pitch it and start outside, because there's more than enough seeds in here to do that with. This says it's got 25 seeds on the back at least, so we're gonna see how it goes. But I'm really excited to grow these. I'm really excited. I think they'll be really fun in salads, and you know, to kind of give them away. I always end up with way more than what I need, and I end up giving it away to family or friends, or taking it to the office or something like that. So the rest of what I've got is a lot of fun things planning for fall. So I know it's March, and I know that everybody's still just looking forward to spring and trying to figure out what they're doing, but it's still a good idea to think forward about what you're doing, especially when you have a small space. When you have such a small space to deal with, like my deck is only about 3 feet by almost 12 feet, not quite, it's like 11 feet. I think it's about 11 feet. So I don't have a lot of space out there to actually garden, and it has to have everything. Like, it holds everything, all of the containers, all of the supplies, room to move around. And I can do some containers on the ground level, like out on my stoop. Like I have my big blue pot, which I usually put something, and I'm going to put my sunflowers out there, and another pot down by the back door, and I can hang containers off the side of the deck within reason, so as not to offend the landlord. But I still only have so much space. It's not like I have this big yard and I can continue to just dig out more and more garden beds and add more raised beds and that kind of thing. So for a small planter or a small space, when you're a small gardener, it's a really good idea to still go ahead and start thinking about what are you going to be doing and which planters are you going to be turning. So when you have something like this Mexican sour gherkin, which pot are you going to be growing it in? How are you going to be growing it? And then what is going to be taking its place when it's done? So when you're doing things like starting from seeds and starting from small plants, thinking about when are those plants are going to run out, and what are you going to be planting in those pots next. So you can definitely skip that step and start thinking about it later in the summer, but for me, it's a lot easier to start thinking about it sooner, especially if you know that you're going to have a major change in the middle of the summer. Maybe you're going on vacation for a month in July, and you're going to take your whole family to Disney World for the whole summer, and you're going to go and rent a condo, and you don't want to think about it. You're going to come back, and it's going to be August. You're going to be like, dang, what do I do now? I don't know what to do. So just plan ahead, and then you can worry about it a lot less. Plus, it's really great because right now everybody is starting to pull up their stuff from winter and starting to replant, so you can think about what do those plants look like when they're at harvest. So you can go on Instagram and you can go back through YouTube, because all those videos are still at the top and the surface. The other nice thing is if you can look at other parts of the world and check those videos. So like Australia is in a different time of season than we are here in the States, and start looking at what do those different seasons look like and checking out different accounts. Plus they grow different things, and that's a lot of fun to watch. So that explains what I've got in the rest of these seed packets for the rest of the year, and you'll probably be seeing them in future videos. So I've got a gorgeous Romanesca broccoli, which I love this broccoli every time I see it. It is so pretty. I've not grown this variety before. I've grown regular broccoli before, but not this variety. And I'll be honest, I've not been super successful with regular broccoli. I don't know what it is about regular broccoli I've struggled with. I think it's probably because I just haven't been as attentive to it as I needed to be. I put it in the ground and I kind of just wished and hoped and left it, rather than being a little bit more attentive to it and what its specific needs are. So we're going to be a little bit more cautious with this one. And also I think too, I wasn't paying attention to the variety of seeds that I was planting. I think it matters what type of seeds that you buy, and that you need to actually invest in high quality seeds. And I think it matters that you're planting heirlooms. You can still get really great harvest out of seeds from a big box store. Not gonna lie at all, that can totally happen. But I think that you're gonna be more successful in it for a couple different reasons when you invest in high quality seeds like heirloom varieties that cost you a little bit more, because you're going to be more invested, you're going to be more excited, you're going to be looking forward to what that looks like, because this is going to look totally different than what you see at the grocery store. Because if you get a regular plain Jane variety broccoli, you're going to look at it and think, I can get this anywhere, so if it fails, no big deal. But this is a little bit harder to find, or you have to go someplace special, and it's probably going to cost a whole lot more than just regular broccoli that you could get in a freezer bag. At least that's me. Maybe it's not you, but that's me, and I think that a lot of people probably feel the same too. So I've got that. I've got artichokes, which are super fun. I love artichokes. They make me so happy. I love to eat them. I love to look at them. I think they look great in cut flower arrangements, and I'm very, very excited to grow these. I've got Brussels sprouts, which another one of my favorite things to eat and to cook with and just generally have around. I think that they're really fun to look at when they grow, you know, on the big tall stalk, and you just got these little bitty bunches all the way up. I think that they add a lot of interest to your garden. Plus they're really frost hardy, and if you get a really early frost, which sometimes can happen here in Kansas City, you can get a really early light frost, then it doesn't crimp the plant immediately, so you're not going to be caught off guard. I got some parsnips. Also, another one of my favorites to have around and to eat and to use in all different kinds of things. I've got some really cute little baby carrots to grow later this year. I got some Parisian carrots that only get about this big, which is a little hard to tell in the camera, but that's about 2 inches long in the actual carrot. The actual root only gets about that big. So they're great for containers. And parsnips can grow, you can pull them a little bit sooner, and they won't be quite as long. So if you don't have a deep container, you can still do that. And in some of those areas of the country where you still are in a very cold weather, you can still go ahead and start some of these colder weather crops. So don't feel like you still have to wait. You can still do some of these colder weather crops now if you want to. And the other thing that I got was kind of a splurge. A couple of these I'm not sure if I'm actually going to do this year. Maybe, maybe not. One of them is a Chinese shawo fruit. It's a radish. I'm sorry there's no picture on it. Baker Creek has it on picture on their website. It's a really interesting, pretty radish. It's supposed to taste really good, but this is going to go in that radish category. This one I bought intentionally to wait till fall, so it's not going to happen right now. The other one that I bought, I'm not sure if I'm growing it right now or if I'm going to wait. I kind of want to grow right now because I'm really curious, but it is a miniature white cucumber. This is a dwarf cucumber. This one only gets 3 feet tall. So if you love cucumbers and fresh refrigerator pickles, and you have a small space, or if you have a bigger garden and you just have one little spot that you need to fit something in and you don't think that you've got enough room for a cucumber plant because they get kind of big, this one might be a good option. I've grown cucumbers. They're really easy, really easy to grow. I've not grown this variety, but it looks pretty good. So it says it's a white-skinned pickling cucumber. High production, begins very early, and the compact plant runs only about 3 feet tall. So it says it needs to be spaced 18 to 36 inches apart, and so you'd want to put this in a bigger container. We'll do another video talking about container size when you're thinking about plants and how far to space them apart, but I wanted to show you guys what I got. So look forward to that for what to look for in container sizes and different seeds and different kinds of plants when they're talking about how far apart to plant things. Oh, and our bonus seed pack. I totally forgot. So Lewis has sent this to us. This is so cute. Look how cute this is, guys. They sent us a brassica. This is a Brunswick cabbage. So if you can see what that says right there, it just says thank you for your order. And I'm super excited about it, you guys. I'm looking forward to it. I can add that to my fall crops since I've already gone through and done my lettuces that I wanted to do for this spring. I did a mix, and I've got a romaine and a butter crunch already. So that's all I'm going to do for lettuces this spring because I want to get on to other things. But yay, I'm looking forward to that. So that's what I've got for mail and for seeds that I've ordered so far, considering I'm probably going to order some more. But I'm looking forward to planting some more things up. So yeah, be on the lookout for that next video. And also don't forget, we've got lilac repotting coming up too. And we're gonna have a lot of really exciting things this spring. So I'm looking forward to planting some great things with you guys. We've got live plants coming in here soon, and I am just so thankful that you guys took some time out of your day to watch and just spend some time with me. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Please subscribe if you like this and you're looking forward to the next videos, and don't forget to like it if this is something that you want to see more of. So thanks so much and have a great one. Bye.